Oh, there we are. Welcome to another episode of Single Squad. It is a spitting good episode, right? Because you just hawk Tua and spin on that thing.
That's it. Suspended.
So it seems like that seems to be...
You're out. You're not going to be on the show on Thursday. One show suspension.
That's fine by me. At least I'm not getting fined $500,000. Well, no, he's not getting fined $500,000.
He's just missing his game check.
His missing game check was $500,000. So...
Which should influence somebody to get their shit together. But, when you throw $75 to $100 million at somebody, I guess $500,000 doesn't matter.
Right. They should just throw that money to a charity instead of doing it, to the NFL's pockets. Every fine that goes to the NFL should go, half of it should go to a charity.
But how is the NFL supposed to make money? If not for the fines of their players, it's not like they.
I went to that game in Miami. It was very. They make it in other ways. Yeah, we had an interesting weekend of football, college football. We'll jump into the spitting game and the theme of the NFL this year is spitting and defense. So spitting on the defense.
I feel like the new theme after this week is who the fuck is available next week.
And that's pretty much
honestly, well, I swear, half of my roster that wasn't already hurt, which was most of my bench for fantasy, got hurt. So for those that need a wide receiver, Odell Beckham Jr. is no longer suspended. So
don't give me that shit. I'm tired of hearing about his name. Go be retired, dude. This is so annoying.
Someone's gonna sign him.
They'll sign him, but he's not going to do anything. And he wants $1 million. He's worth $1, maybe $100. You're not anything, dude. You barely play and you barely get any production at this point. What are you doing?
What was the last big game? A couple big catches 3 years ago.
The Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl with the Rams.
Yeah, with the Rams.
Before he tore his ACL.
He would have been MVP of the Super Bowl if he didn't tear his ACL.
Yep.
And he's never been the same, which means he definitely, if he's going to sign anywhere, he definitely shouldn't sign with the Giants or Jets.
All right, let's bring up the energy a little bit. Jamie, what the fuck is going on with your Kentucky Wildcats? They suck.
No, it's not a matter of they suck. It's much more about when you don't prioritize what the problem was last season and you come into this season clearly showing that you have not dealt with a change of mindset. So last year at this point, we were the highest scoring team in the nation, but we were also giving up a shitload of points. So you would think in the offseason, Coach Pope, that you would address the one glaring issue, which is you cannot continue to just think you can outscore your way to a national championship. At some point, you have to realize that you have to play lockdown defense and make it a priority. And it just changes the game tone. You can't be down by double-digit points every time you go into the start of the second half because it changes the way you play the game. You have to force the ball. You have to force possessions. You have to get the shot off faster. You're not in rhythm. It makes no sense. None. And it's frustrating. And I haven't even watched more than 1 minute of this game, and I will not watch more than 1 minute of this game tonight.
So we shouldn't just turn the whole set towards the TV right now?
No.
I feel like we should.
I'll turn my back to the camera.
When Jamie gets angry...
You will see my neck and my ugly ponytail for the rest of the show.
Jamie starts getting angry, the shoulders start going, the waist starts moving.
Yeah, I'm pissed off.
He starts angry.
Drag my feet on his couch.
But Mike starts scratching his balls. It's everything's going on here right now. Everything's going wrong. It's
crazy.
I mean, talking about everything going wrong, even though you guys continue to win, you're losing key players, and it just seems as though at some point it's either that your defense just keeps bailing you out, or at some point
the defense just keeps getting better.
That's what I mean. Your defense,
we're switching to football, by the way.
Is it your defense is going to keep bailing you out, or your offense at some point realizes that you have fucking 4 weapons that should be used and utilized throughout every game. So I just don't understand. I get it with Detroit. I get it that you lost one of the best offensive coordinators.
Look at the last 5 teams we played. They're all high scoring offenses normally.
Yeah.
They're all great teams that made it to the playoffs and have made it to the playoffs and deep in the playoffs the last 5 years. I mean, I can't put a stamp on it. Personally, I think what's happening is this whole AJ Brown drama is they're so focused on getting him the ball, they're not reading the field for anybody else. So it's just target.
Once again, so who's running the show? What it suggests to me is every day, you might come to practice throughout the week and be like, okay, it's all predicated on who you're playing, right? But like you said, it doesn't seem that way. We're just going to force the ball to AJ and figure out how to win the game that way. Since when does a team with a championship mentality resort to players complaining about not getting fed the ball enough?
But that's the thing is, I don't think he is. That's the problem, and I think what people are reading into much is like he drops a ball and the camera goes, and it goes right focused on him. It's like when you're not producing at a very, and I said this the other day, and I keep saying it, it's just going to be a broken record. When you're a top perennial athlete of his stature, and you are not producing for your team at that level, you are not happy either, and that's the perfection mentality that
I see it as selfish. I don't see it as perfection. I see it as
but
very
it's
selfish.
not. It has nothing to do with the team. It has everything. I mean, it has everything to do with the team because when he goes, the rest of the offense goes. So it's more of I have to get open. And actually, one of my buddies of mine talked to me today about it. And like 3 to 4 years ago, before he got traded from the Titans to the Eagles, he got fluid taken out of his knee instead of for surgery. So that fluid coming out of his knee, I don't know particularly what came out of his knee, but the doctors warned him that in 3 to 4 years, that's going to slow your production down, potentially. That could be the side effect of this. Instead of getting surgery and getting it fixed, and now we're seeing even more because he's not running at full speed. Like that one comeback route where he ran at full speed, I was like, damn, that's the fastest I've seen him moving all year. It's just not the Eagles' offense. I don't know how to explain it. We're winning games. At the end of the day,
Yeah, you're winning games.
our defense is going to win us the championship. I mean, realistically, defense wins championships anyways. So, I mean, that's where I see it, and that's how I see it going right now. And I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how the offense just needs to score 20 or 13 points, and the defense can do it all. Look what they did. Look what they did against Detroit. But I want to get back to actually your college basketball take. So I brought this up the other day, is that college basketball is in a big crisis. And I did this on my show the other day. And I said college basketball is in a huge crisis right now because these coaches that are taking over these big programs are starting to get the hot seat sooner. Like if you're a Mark Pope, how are you, again, yeah, you're a top 10 team, but you're also losing it. You're a rival by 30? Mm-hmm. Louisville? I don't mean to bring up that Band-Aid.
No, yeah, we literally let that point guard had his way with us till thy shot prove you wrong. The kid went ballistic on us.
So when I look at that as a college basketball, when you look at Syracuse, who has ultimately been a top perennial program, has not been over the last 5 to 8 years, but when you look at Syracuse, when you look at UNC, when you look at Kentucky, Duke, in my opinion, the only newbie to take over that has been doing a phenomenal job is John Trae.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he has been crushing it. And it pains me to say that about Duke, but he's now recruited the number 1 recruits in the country 2 years in a row, and they're both head and shoulders above. I mean, they're taller, but they're also head and shoulders above everybody else in college basketball. Those Boozer twins are unbelievable. And I watched them play down in Miami when I lived there, and they are the real deal.
They're great players.
And how he's doing it and continuing that reign, I don't know what the formula was when Coach K left, but what is your thought process on the newer coaches taking over these top programs? Like when Bill Self steps away, when some of these bigger, some of these guys that are, Jim Larinaga gets turned away. How's his replacement for Miami going to take over? It's like there's a lot of newbies playing, coaching these top perennial programs. How do you see their hot seat? Is it shortened now because of the program, or is it you're going to give them a little bit of a leash?
Well, so, I mean, the question, especially when it comes to John Shire, is yes, he's recruited super well. I mean, case in point, to your point, Cameron Boozer is now the betting favorite for the Wooden Award by the end of the year. Now, early in the season, that could all change, but he's a very good player. His brother's a very good player. He keeps getting good recruits, but the question is his leash and hot seat predicated upon rankings and recruits, or is it on national championships? Because with all of these good recruits, he still has yet to win a national championship.
But he's been there. He's been in the Final Four. He's been in the Final Four 2 out of the last 3 years.
But
I know it's not. I know it goes back to our thing about it's not a win, but it's still farther than UNC.
Technically, you win your bracket. You're winning your bracket together. So he's winning the first mini tournament, right, to give himself a shot at a national championship.
Also, to the point, and this is just me slightly defending UNC, Hubert Davis has been to a national championship game. John Trae hasn't. So, but this is the point I'm trying to make. What are we looking at?
What a drastic difference from that.
Oh, 100%.
To go to a national championship and be literally 3 minutes away from winning, and then you absolutely suck the next year, and then last year wasn't any better.
No, and that's been Hubert Davis's MO. There's a really great season, and then all or nothing. He's an all or nothing coach, which at some point, to that point, at a certain point, you can't have that anymore. So the leash has to be shorter. But it's weird comparison because it is more games, longer season. So how does it compare to college football and those leashes? Because the be all and end all, obviously, for any collegiate sport is a national championship.
Pending on the program.
Pending on the program.
So what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on it? Like, what do you think is the leash?
I think the leash is longer for college basketball because there's a lot less teams when you even get to the playoff round that you have to beat. And we talk about how anybody can beat anybody in college basketball on any given night. There are certain college football programs you have less time. You have less games, which means you have less seasons because a new year is new players, new transfers, and all that. So I think the leash is longer in college basketball, but there is a certain point, a la Hubert Davis, where you have to kind of draw the line in the sand and be like, you're not progressing.
No, but I mean, okay, so the leash for typical college football coach now for these top programs is 4 to 6 years.
I'd say 5 for a college basketball program.
So it's the same. So it's 4 to 6 years.
5
is right in the middle.
I'll say, okay, fine.
So you said longer, so you think it should be 7 to 10? Is a scale that you should
6 to 8? I'll say 6 to 8.
See, I disagree because you have 68 teams, right? You have 68. If you're not 68 of the best Division I teams, and you are a top program like Kentucky, Michigan State, Syracuse, UNC, Memphis, whoever this might be, the top teams that you typically think the blue bloods of the college basketball, and you can't get guys to come on in, I think your leash should be 2 to 3 years.
I don't know. I feel the landscape has changed enough now where we're seeing a lot of teams able to compete because mid-majors are saying, hey, we know our guys are going to walk, which never used to happen. And these mid-major players have had a huge impact on the game. FAU, and then some of those FAU players went to UF, helped them win a national championship. So I feel a mid-major, I might say a mid-major.
I mean,
right?
Shit, look at USF program. USF. Their top 3 guys all transferred. Correct. One to Louisville, one to Maryland, and one to Alabama, who's now playing on the bench at OKC.
Yeah.
For the NBA. So, yeah, to your point.
Right. So it's shifting the landscape of like how the mid-major conferences are affecting the overall global look of college basketball in a positive way. So it's almost like there's a minor league system within college basketball now, and that is extending the lifeline for coaches naturally because those guys want to, like, they literally have that chip on their shoulder where they know they have so much to prove. They haven't had games on national TV. They haven't been in these big tournaments. They haven't been on a team with that expectation to win your conference and go into the tournament and win multiple games. So now they have their shot to shine. They're really what I would say they're lifting the programs up a little more than we thought they would. So that's making the leash longer, and I think it should be longer because when you look at the tenure of all the great coaches, it was all over a decade. Every single one of them had over a decade to build their legacy. So what do you want to do as a school? Do you want to create legacies, or are you treating like the NFL where it's our year now, do everything now to win, pay whoever as much money to bring whoever in? So they should extend the leash because they're going to ruin the sport even more if they don't do that and becomes coaching carousel. Who's here now with the coaches now?
You're going to run out of candidates.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think with the 2 to 3 year, you have the capability to go out, and if you have the name and you have the likeness, I think I'm going to play the other side now too. Is that these conferences, not even the small conferences, the big conferences. Now we're looking at teams like Arkansas, Alabama, Missouri, Vanderbilt, looking very good in the SEC. In the ACC, you got NC State, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest. You got those type of schools who are typically not talked about as great programs that are starting to build their way up.
Clemson over the last couple
look
of years.
Look at NC State a couple of years ago.
Yep.
National championship run, or they went
Clemson's
to national
been in the Elite Eight a bunch of times.
So it's like a lot of these schools are starting to get caught up with, but it just there's always an outlier in college basketball every single year, and that is the Duke Blue Devils the last 8 to 10 years, and they are the program that is set at the top. And I know that you don't like to hear it. I know you don't like to hear it. I don't personally care, but they have sat at the top, and I don't see John Shire on a hot seat anytime soon because, look at him. He's just recruiting well. He's producing well. He's got a team that's always the team to beat every single year. And it's just pretty impressive. It's just pretty impressive for me to see that take over versus other programs like what we're watching right now with Kentucky getting beat by 20. We're seeing Syracuse not even be able to be, and I'm saying these teams, there are other blue blood teams. I'm saying the teams that we watch. Syracuse, who's typically in the top 25 most of the time, my childhood, it can't even win 10 games now. UNC, it looks like a shell of themselves ever since Roy Williams left. He had one good year with Hubert Davis, and that's about it. Yep. It's been 500. It wasn't even that good of a year. It was a good tournament. It was a good tournament. You guys just got in by the skin of your teeth and won all those games, and credit to that. That's you even said
you got to win to win, right?
Right, but
all you have to do is get in. All you have to do is get in. That's it, and that's my point.
It's tough to say that Duke has sat on top though in the last decade when they've only won.
I'm saying twice. Throughout the season, it has nothing to do with sitting at the top at the end of the year. I'm saying every single year,
it's like the product continues to look like. Them and Kansas are always like, and Kansas is the only year for Kansas last year. It's like they really looked bad all of a sudden. But for whatever it is with Self, and look, we're not giving Krzyzewski enough credit. What
he built,
the succession plan was excellent.
Yeah,
and they knew that. They knew the succession plan wasn't a season; it was 4 years. He groomed them for 4 years. He's like, look, let's just take these 4 years to look at how I think about. This is a span of a 4-year window, and this is how I'm looking at how we make a great team. Because some seniors might say because they're not great as freshmen, and this is how I keep leadership on the team, and this is what we're doing to be successful. And he sat with him, and he made sure he understood that this is Duke basketball, not Shire basketball, not Krzyzewski basketball, Duke basketball. Right. So they have a product, and he bought into it because he played there and won there. It's much easier when you have a guy who's played there and won there.
Exactly, and that's my point. It's like, the fact that they're just still here and still sitting here at the team to look up at every single year and no movement. It actually has gotten better since Coach K left. It's gotten a lot better, and it's pretty crazy. And to your point, that is what I see from Duke is they built out a great plan to have him take over. Look what Coach K, he had to shift the way he recruited. Something Roy Williams struggled with, something that Jim Boeheim struggled with. They couldn't adopt this new age in basketball. Coach K did it a long time ago, and it allowed the product to just grow. If a guy can come in and be real, hey, you're coming in here for 1 year and that's it. You're gone. We're not trying to keep you. We're not trying to build anything. You're going to come here, do your thing, maybe win us a championship, and then see you later. And that's what I think a lot of these younger kids see is like, well, shit, Duke. And I look at, and I was talking to someone, the last time Syracuse was something relevant was about 12 years ago. A lot of these kids coming out of high school, they were like 4.
Right.
3 years old. Like, they don't remember that. All they see Syracuse is a 500 program. Yep. So when they see, like, Carmelo Anthony, yeah, he's a great player. But a lot of people don't remember Carmelo. Nope. These kids don't remember Melo as much.
They were born after.
Even his son thinks that Paul George is the best player.
Unless you're probably in your mid-30s right now, you have no idea what Syracuse basketball was.
But Duke and Kansas and Kentucky have always stayed at the top by being able to keep relevant. Hey, Zion went to the NBA. Look at Shea Gilgeous.
Look at the continuity. You're talking about 3 programs coaches 12, 15, 20, 25 years.
But I give credit to the schools that have really just bought into the new culture, like Bama, with getting Nate
Oates.
Coach. Great. I wanted him on the
great coach.
When I saw him at Buffalo, when he played Bonaventure, I watched him. I was like, damn, this coach is going to be good. Want him at Syracuse. And obviously he went to Bama, but you see Georgia,
Same thing with Pearl and Auburn. I mean, like
Auburn.
Georgia's on the
You know,
map now.
you see
Samson at Houston.
I mean, anywhere that
Samson at Houston
what's
is
his
the most
face
underrated coach in the country.
from Marquette? What's his name?
Shaka Smart.
No.
No, or the new one.
The bigger one, heavier set one. He coached a lot of places. He coached Marquette. He coached. He's coaching Maryland right now.
Oh,
I know you're talking about, but the name's not on the tip of my tongue.
Oh my God, I'm drawing.
yeah. I can see him in my mind.
He kind of looks like Pearl a little bit, just
Right.
like a weirder version, I guess.
Yeah.
But like that guy, anywhere he goes, I can't fucking think. It's gonna drive me nuts.
Like even Creighton had like you look at a team like Creighton too.
Doug, whatever his name is.
Yeah, McDermott, right?
McDermott.
Same thing is like have patience and let him just continue to grow the culture, right?
But it goes back to like the whole transformation between schools leaving their conferences and going to a new conference, kind of like what Pitt and Syracuse did to go to the ACC, Texas and Oklahoma and out of the SEC. It's like if we would have just left, in my opinion, obviously because I was a fan of the Big East, if we would have just left that, the Big East was probably the most entertaining conference.
When basketball was gritty. Because it was a gritty conference.
Now it's more fluid and more.
So they would have had to change their
finesse.
style of play, which would have made players might not want to be there anymore, and then at some point it would have phased out.
So when I look at like college basketball as a whole, it's actually been more exciting to me over the last. And I said I'm contradicting myself because I said last week that it's lost my interest, but I've been watching over the past 3 weeks, and I'm turning on like mid-major games, and I'm like, damn, this is fucking good. Like they're gonna give them a run. So you can't these mid-major games. Like you look at a team like Monmouth who's playing Syracuse tonight, or a team that's playing. You guys are playing tonight, or this week or this weekend. You can't take them for light because they could be a guy that played for UNC, played for Duke, that was like the seventh guy off the bench, but wanted to go get some minutes. I'm enjoying the college basketball season so far. Is there anything? I mean, I want to give a shout out to the thoughts are with that kid from Maryland.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was nasty.
I don't know how he did that.
Yeah, that was rough.
This is just like the most.
Wait, was he Maryland or A&M? A&M
on the dunk, Maryland.
He played Maryland?
Maryland, yeah. He got caught in absolutely the worst position when he came off. It seemed like to me like his hand slipped off the rim because
it wasn't his hand slipping off the rim because he hung for a while. It's when he came down, his left foot was on the foot of the other defender pulling his foot out of bounds, and his right foot didn't plant. It turned. So his left foot went this way and his right foot kept turning. So one foot was going out this way and the other one is internally rotating. So it looks like he snapped. I don't know what the extent of the injury was. Have they said?
It's definitely a hip injury.
Yeah, which is bad.
Yeah.
So.
Or a hip. It's probably a hip all the way down to the knee.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a lot. It looked like there was a lot of things that went wrong with that fall.
But I mean, thoughts are with him. Thoughts are with. Go ahead.
And some people said about the floor being slippery and stuff. Like, we don't need to do that, right? Like these guys out there, they're doing everything they can. These guys are sweating profusely. You know what I mean? Like they need to lay off of that stuff and not look to blame some towel boy making $100 a night or something, right? So stuff happens in sports all the time, and we hate to see it. And these injuries are gruesome, and you hate it for a young man who was looking like he was getting ready to dominate. Because he was averaging over 20 and having himself a great start to the season. Let's hit a 180 here and go to college football because we're talking about give a man his jacket. And so, are you ready to admit that Kurt Signetti is the real deal and his quarterback should be stamped front runner for the Heisman tonight?
No.
Why not?
Because
what?
They haven't really played anybody.
Well, neither has Ohio State.
Who's the front runner for them?
I'm just saying, neither have they.
Huh?
Julian Sane.
I mean,
he's second or third depending on where you look for odds.
I don't know. I don't really like the Heisman's so like a toss up this year.
It's going to go to Ty Simpson. It's going to go to Ty Simpson at Alabama.
Even though they just lost, and he had he was a huge reason why they lost.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's Alabama's quarterback.
I think it's a position player this year.
I think if they're going to go off script, it should be.
You know who it's going to be, and I think Notre Dame is going to get. Was their first Heisman Trophy winner?
No.
It
would be like their sixth.
Yeah. So I think that kid from Notre Dame, that running back, Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
Man, I was watching a highlight tape on YouTube on Sunday.
He's Derrick Henry-esque boy. He's the real deal,
bro. It doesn't matter. He can walk to the hole. He can run to the hole. I mean, he sat down one time. One time he got the snap, sat down, had a sandwich, then got up and ran down the field and had it. I'm like, golly, man, this dude is just hitting and I'm just speechless. Like when I watch him play, he hits someone, boom, he's off for 50. I'm like, damn, this kid is the reason why Notre Dame's going to probably contend for a national title this year is because he's just got that it factor. And I think the Heisman is more about that than it is the NFL MVP. We saw it with Devonta Smith. We saw it with Derrick Henry and Mark Ingram. But Jeremiah Love deserves the Heisman Trophy winner. He's the best player in college football, arguably. I mean, he's the reason why Notre Dame is sitting at the top where they're at. And I got to give credit where credit's due. That kid is, and he's going to go off against Syracuse's defense. He's going to go off against whoever else you guys play. I think he plays Stanford here in a couple weeks. That's going to be a walkthrough.
Yeah.
So
no love for Marcel Reed though, and I feel like that was probably the comeback of the entire season.
Who?
Marcel Reed,
the quarterback
Texas
from
A&M quarterback.
Quarterback.
Texas A&M. You're talking about a team that's down 30-3 at home. They have no business being down 33 at home to South Carolina.
They're on the road.
They were on the road in South Carolina?
Yeah.
I thought they were home.
No, that's where you saw the officer run into the South Carolina player.
Yeah, it's a South Carolina officer.
That was South Carolina officer.
I thought it was the other way around.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, I thought it was the other. No, look, it says right there, at A&M. The game was at A&M. It was an A&M guy running into a South Carolina player. It was right there. Texas A&M's home. I'm telling you, because my boy went to the game. He's a Texas A&M alum. He was at the game. That's why he's like, at halftime, the stadium was freaking, I can't believe I freaking flew all the way out here for this shit. So he's at the game, and he's like, we're about to lose.
Did he leave early?
No, wait. He's like, we're about to lose that shot. First ever shot at the SEC championship, and we're going to lose to South Carolina of all teams who's underachieved all year long. They're freaking 3-6 coming into the game. South Carolina puts a freaking foot on their throat, and this kid comes out and plays a beautiful second half. I mean, took full control of the game, so poised.
But I think those moments mean a lot. And I think
and it should go towards him getting some kudos.
It should go, but how he finishes, right? Like how he finishes the next two games are going to be critical. But when I look at a Heisman Trophy, I'm thinking about like career throughout the season, total dominance, what he brings to the table. You take Jeremiah Love off of Notre Dame, Notre Dame's probably sitting at number 20, probably 3 or 4 losses. I see him as a very dominant player in college football, and he's proven it. He was proving it last year. We saw spurts of it. We saw spurts in a college football playoff last year, and he continued that reign through it this year. So I am rooting for your guy, Jeremiah Love, for the Heisman, and fuck Kurt's not going.
I'm surprised you went that way because he wasn't even a starter to start the year, was he?
Who, Simpson?
Yeah, they were still debating. I thought they were still going back and forth.
God damn it! Why? Why did you do? You didn't have to.
I didn't say it. I don't say
it
that
was
shit
last year was the QB competition that he almost won.
By the way, pause for a cause.
Yeah, whatever. Notre Dame's in. That's all I care about. I agree with you. I've been shouting from the mountaintops last few weeks that Jeremiah Love should be at least the front runner, if not the eventual Heisman Trophy winner. What is crazy is they brought up the top 5 Heisman watch on Saturday. He is not even in it.
That's insane.
Marcel Reed was number 4.
Yeah, he should be.
The only non-quarterback on Heisman watch right now, as far as the top 5 go, is Jacob Rodriguez, the linebacker from Texas Tech.
Which makes a lot of sense if you watch that guy play.
If you watch him play, yeah, but it also still does feel like the obligatory defensive player.
Yeah.
That they put in there every year until the end, and then it's a running back and 2 quarterbacks.
So, just so you know, these rankings don't mean shit.
They really don't, and I'm really sick and tired of that because
Miami's going to be in the 12th seed.
Correct, because they're going to think they're going to be the ACC champion.
Well, no, they're the leader in the ACC, so the leader in the ACC
Correct.
automatically gets in.
Why did I think Virginia was the leader in the ACC?
They were.
And then they lost a couple games.
Yeah, they lost.
But I thought they're sitting at 9-2, Virginia.
They lost a couple games. They were undefeated when they were the. Yeah, Miami is the.
They may be in right now.
I don't know. I thought.
No, Miami is.
There's a dark horse right there.
BYU.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't see Miami on 15 through 25.
Thing is,
Virginia. I didn't see Virginia at all. They only have 2 losses. They got to be in the top 25.
no,
They're
because
about to have their first 10-win season ever.
it's the quality of losses. They're probably at like 18 or 19.
They weren't- that's what I'm telling
BYU and BYU. I know that's what I'm saying. Virginia's not even in there, despite. It doesn't matter. They're going to find a way to put them in.
Down 6.
BYU and Utah aren't going to make it in because the ACC champion and a group of 5 champion will get in.
Over the Big 12?
Yes, they always put them at 11-12.
That makes no sense.
In the
because
bracket.
They would be next up.
No, it's how it goes. Like, this rankings doesn't mean shit. It's the bracket. You gotta look at the bracket.
You gotta
That's
look
what
at the bracket.
That's what I was standing on that high horse last week, 2 weeks ago, saying the rankings don't match what you're seeing because Oklahoma and Texas that week were not in the bracket.
Oklahoma's in now.
Well, yes,
Well,
but
yeah,
I'm saying like they weren't in the bracket. Is what I'm saying.
Woo, Notre Dame at 9. Whoever 11-12 is going to be replaced by the ACC champion and a group of 5 champion. Right now, it's supposed to be the odds-on favorite for that is James Madison.
Which is
now
wild.
that USF lost.
Isn't that where Signetti came from?
Yes.
But you see,
What if they have to
I
play
want it to happen so
JMU
bad.
at JMU? Oh my god!
So then, so why are the SEC and Big 12 getting SEC 3, SEC 4, and like why are they getting that? Why isn't the champion
it's
of another
the
conference
top-
considered? If a James Madison's getting it, doesn't make sense.
Because they're honoring conference champions.
So someone has to win the Big 12. It's going to be BYU.
It's going to be Texas
Right.
Tech.
Texas Tech. That's right. Yeah.
But
And
that's what he's saying. Is
they'll
like,
be the-
ultimately,
Yeah.
like the rankings don't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like just put James Madison at 12.
And this is what I was saying last week is my thing. If you're going to
do it as the bracket.
if you're going to do rankings, put whatever you think the 12 best teams in your rankings are in the country. Put them in. I don't care if you
Why
won
don't
your
you have a plane?
conference.
They should just do a plane. They should have James Madison.
Well,
in
we're
there.
gonna get there eventually.
How many more games do you want?
I mean, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. They just won games, and why not?
How is Oregon's not talked about at all? They're 9-1.
Very sneaky good team defensively.
They're
actually.
9-1
Very
right now.
sneaky good defensive.
And to the point that made before about the Eagles, and they find ways to win
That's
games.
that team.
Oregon finds ways to win games. They out-Iowa'd Iowa in Iowa.
Iowa.
They won 18-16.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah,
an ugly ass game.
but no, I think it's stupid to do the rankings and then not have what you, the committee, have said are the 12 best teams in the country, not be the 12 teams that play in the playoff. It's like, well, this NFL team, we think they're one of the best teams, but they don't get to play in the playoffs.
Wait. So I said this to Tina the other night. I said, what if they did the 14 best teams in the NFL make the playoffs? Then they seed them from there in a bracket style, and they go 14. Doesn't matter.
Regardless of conference, yeah.
Regardless of conference, you do 14.
Why 14?
So just because they're
7-7, that's what they do now.
I know, but you're saying so you still want 1 and 2 to have a bye?
Yes.
Yeah.
You think they deserve buys?
If they're the two
I
best
think
teams.
the buy is bullshit.
Well,
I
no,
really
if you
think the
have
buy
14
is bullshit.
Yeah,
if you have 14,
won.
you can't do it because then you have 7 left
You have
after they play.
one has a bye. Number 1 has a
You
bye.
can't, and then there's 13 teams.
No, because then you just do a 2-sided bracket.
Yeah, but you can't have 1 with a bye if you have 14. That means you have 13 teams, so one's not getting.
Let's go
a game.
15.
You're saying top
you're right.
15 and the one gets a bye.
No, number 1 seed gets a bye.
If it's top 15, it works.
No. I'm saying just the number 1 seed gets a bye.
I know, but you'd have to get 15 teams in there.
No. You just do 14.
No, that doesn't work mathematically.
How?
Because you can't have 13 teams with one getting a bye. You have to have an even amount of teams to play each other.
Can they just play each other? Look at Ohio State number 1.
Yeah, of course.
Shocker.
So, what are you talking about? So it'd be 2-2-2.
No, if you have
Before
if you're
groups of
giving,
two,
if you're giving a
right?
bye
No.
to a team, then you would have to have an even number left to play each other.
So it would have to be an odd number of teams.
Right.
Yeah.
So that
So
you
that's
then have
what
an
you're saying.
even
Right,
first
so you
round.
could say top 13 makes it
Mine's
under
number
one. Under
12.
one
Yeah.
gets a
And
bye.
you get 6. You get
Miami's
6
11.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like.
Oregon's 10.
Okay, so now the favorite's Tulane.
That Texas Tech Georgia game.
'Cause
Well, it's not favorite. That is the team. That's the
No,
team.
I'm saying it's right
Nike
now.
might
It
get you
would
shot at Ohio State again,
be,
boy.
oh, good. If I were with Ohio State again, I want them in the national championship game.
A&M
Well, that
is
ain't gonna happen.
I know.
No, but I'm saying, okay, go back to
Oregon
this.
makes
Like,
Yeah,
I care less about this rankings, to be honest with you. These ranking shows don't mean shit to me until
because they
last
don't
month.
matter.
Well, I mean, next week is it, right? After next week, and then
No,
you have the
it's-
conference championship games to decide.
Yeah.
No, we
Where
got
they get
two.
to.
We have 2 weeks left.
That's what he said. Did he just
Yeah,
say?
there's next
He
week.
said-
and then the
No,
championship games.
there's Next week.
He was just saying next week is the last game of the season. He said then the final one's after the championship.
Next week is not the last game of the season.
Next week is the 12th week of the season. Yes, it is.
Oh, but teams have played 10 games.
Notre Dame plays 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
They played this week and next week.
Right,
Yeah,
and then conference championships.
That's
so
what I'm
there's
saying.
3 weeks left.
So after next week, I said.
That's what he said. It's after next week.
I'm not talking this week.
Okay.
After next week.
Well, I'd consider us not in this week yet because we're not to the
What do you mean
weekend.
we're not in this week? We're in this week. When they play, they're playing this Saturday. And
Right,
Sunday.
and they play on Saturday.
Yeah,
so I
this
don't
week.
consider.
All he said was the end of the season.
Anyway, yes. So
end of the regular season is next week.
there are 3 rankings left, including this one. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
But okay, back to what I was saying. It's like, so you take the 14 best teams or 15 best teams in the NFL. I would try to, but what if you just, instead of that, you just do the 14 best? Like, instead of doing like, and you just rank them and you seed them, and then okay, boom, then they play each other in a bracket style all the way to the Super Bowl.
The only thing I
mean, it takes away from the tradition of AFC champ, NFC champ,
Yeah, fuck that shit,
which
but, like,
means something to.
But it might be, you might get a great game instead of the last 2, like the AFC
agree with that.
championship. AFC championship's been close, but the NFC championship
It's been a wash.
has been a wash. So the last maybe like the last close NFC championship game, minus the Rams and Bucks.
That would be a more interesting format. I think it probably takes away from the drama when you're coming down to the end of the season for division winners, because then you're ignoring the division winners should get a shot. And maybe they should if they're mediocre and don't have a 500 record. And maybe that's what it is. Like, if you win your division without a record above 500, you don't make the playoffs. You got your division champ.
But I think you're going to get better
Banner,
playoff
Yeah,
matchups.
for sure.
You're going to get the 15 best teams in the country in the NFL.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have great games every single week, potentially.
Yep.
You're supposed to, right?
Yep.
You may have the Rams playing the Niners in one week, and you may have the Eagles playing, I don't know, Baltimore in the or the Bills or the Chiefs in the first round.
Well, the
Holy
Chiefs this
shit.
year would be a first round matchup for a top seed, which would suck.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But they're going to compete.
Yeah.
So you look at it, it's like, do you really want to see, okay, let's just, for instance, say the Carolina Panthers in this year and they get blown out by, I don't know, maybe it is the Eagles.
Yeah.
I don't know, the Eagles being the first round bye, but maybe it's the Rams. They get blown out, right? So it's for me, it's like I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, we really want to see good football. But you're absolutely fighting for that ranking spot instead of fighting for a divisional title. Like, scrap the divisional. Because, personally, the division doesn't really matter unless you're one of those teams, like you were saying, that are a 500. Typically, there's only 1 or 2 teams, one team per year that has that, or division that has that caveat where it's like, okay, you have to win your division, then you're in. But most of the time, we see pretty much the best teams. So why not just rank them?
I mean, let's rewind the time here. Didn't you win a couple Super Bowls as a wild card?
At least one.
both Super
Both of
Bowls.
them.
Did
both
you
of the
win one
recent
as a
ones.
wild card?
No, we were number
No,
one seed.
they won the division.
No, the first time you won it?
We were number one seed.
They were the
number
number
one?
one seed. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you got
Carson got hurt in week 12 against the Rams,
Okay.
and we were 12-1.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
And we ended up winning 2 games with Nick Foles, which put us at 14-2 or something for the season. We lost to the Giants in the last because we sat everybody.
Yeah. No, they've won the division, I think, 7 or 8 of the last 9 years or something like that.
I thought there was never a repeat winner.
There's never a repeat.
So it can't be. That doesn't mean a repeat winner in 12 or 13 seasons or something.
We haven't won the division. So.
Yeah.
Wait, who won the division? Oh, Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas, yeah. Dallas has gotten 2 or 3 in there. Washington's got 2 or 3.
We won last year.
Like you flip-flop then.
We won last year. Dallas won the year before. We won the year before that. But yeah, there's not been a repeat.
We won 4 in a row because nobody else in the NFC South.
But I just thought it would be an interesting concept of put the rankings out. Screw it. You're fighting for position and you're fighting for that last seed and into the bracket, and then you make it a bracket format.
Yeah.
Shit, man, that'd be fun. Could you imagine that? Rams Baltimore first round matchup in Baltimore. Wow. I'd be crazy. Bills. I don't know who the Bills playing. Bills.
This year you get Bills Chargers.
Well, I think Bills Detroit might be a crazy. Bills Detroit might be a crazy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Throw me a matchup Bills something.
Bills Chargers.
Yep.
Maybe. I mean, but I don't know.
You could get this year. You could get Bills Chiefs
in
the first round. Yeah.
So it's you get that matchup early instead of waiting to the championship game every single year. Now I know that we've excited what NFL is, but I just thought it'd be an interesting concept. So,
No, yeah. I mean,
I got a little trivia for you guys. Ready? Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna throw it out there, rapid fire. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a 3, 2, 1. If you're taking too long, we'll start in the NFL. Can you name the 2 teams currently on an 8-game win streak?
The
what?
2 teams are on an 8-game win streak in the NFL. Which 2 teams?
It's not the Eagles. It would have been the Eagles.
The Patriots.
Beep.
Patriots.
Beep.
Colts.
Beep. Nope. Beep.
It's Patriots.
And? Which 2 teams? Beep.
Do we have 2 teams?
3,
Yeah.
2, 1. The Patriots and the Broncos.
Okay.
We're on an 8-game streak right now. All right. We will now switch to the NBA. Can you tell me which team is currently on a 10-game win streak in the NBA?
Yeah.
Oh, is it the
We'll give him a shot.
Go ahead.
Because I know who it is.
10-game win?
10-game win streak.
The Lakers? I don't know.
Detroit basketball. Detroit.
The team that went on a 24-game losing streak last season. Or 2 years ago, I'm sorry.
Well, Tina's nephew chimed in and said that there should be a 12 team with 4 buys is the best.
That's a lot of
12 team with 4. Yeah, that is a lot of buys.
No, it's
but
12 teams, and you put 4. Then you put the first.
But to me,
4
that's giving too many teams the
So
credit.
it's almost like going
advantage.
divisional. It's almost going
Kinda.
divisional, right? Like you're going to a division.
Yeah, it's the
you
same.
win your division,
Yeah.
but then you got to make 4 big divisions.
Yeah.
Kind of like what the NBA is going to.
So just north, south, east, west. All right, last one. Take it to the ice, gentlemen. A little hacky talk. 3 teams are currently leading the NHL in wins at 13. Can you name at least 2 of those 3 teams?
yes, I think so. Avalanche.
Mm-hmm.
Bruins.
Say it. Nope.
Not the Bruins.
Wait, what was the
Say
question?
it.
What was the question?
Say it.
What was the question?
3 teams currently have 13 wins in the NHL, leading the NHL with wins so far this year. Can you name at least 2 of them? You said one, which is the Avalanche.
Which is the Avalanche. I'm going to ignore that one and
Say it.
say no.
Well, I got to guess, right?
Go on.
Yeah, go.
Damn, motherfucker.
Because you don't want to say it, but he knows who it is. So.
I know he's an NHL guy. It's not the Lightning.
Nope.
The clue was him aggressively trying to make me say it.
The Rangers.
Nope. All of the Rangers are the best team on the road in friggin' 100 years.
Yeah, they just can't. They just can't
Win
win
at
at home.
Only 2 teams with the 13 wins.
3 teams have
There's-
won 13 games.
name 2
Name
of
at least 2. He said Carolina's 1. He's correct. I mean, sorry.
Carolina.
Colorado's 1. Carolina's the other. Who's the third? Who's the third?
Yes.
My pick for the Stanley Cup, by the way. Who's the third? Say it, Mike.
The Devils.
There you go. The New Jersey Devils.
They're getting their bucket
They're
by
really
the
good.
Lightning right now, though.
Good.
Yeah, the Bruins are sitting on top of their division, though, with 12 wins, along with Anaheim, who is on top of the Western Pacific with 12 wins. Go Ducks!
Go Ducks.
Thomas said that they do it with the college football playoff, and it works great. It's true.
Yeah, I mean,
If you did it with the NFL, it would work
But
good.
they're not doing it with the college football playoffs.
Yeah,
they're
they
not
do.
putting the best teams
Yeah.
in there. They're doing 4 buys,
No.
but they're not putting the best
Well,
teams.
he
in.
means
to
the
your
4
point,
buys,
to your
yeah.
point, the 4 buys, but
Yeah.
like you're still doing a good format with it. It's just
Yeah.
copy and paste.
So they're guaranteed at least 1 home game because of how well you performed in the regular
But
season.
I like
They're
that
rewarding
format
the top
too, because it's
4
like
teams.
okay, you get a home
Yeah.
game at least. Like
Yeah.
if you're in the low seed, now you're fighting for the home game,
Fair
and now
enough.
you're playing. I mean, I would just like to see it. Like if I had to play, like okay, Eagle. Like I don't even know who we played in the NFC. We played dog shit teams in the NFC Championship game. It was Commanders,
Well, Washington somehow squeaked their
Commanders,
way in there.
Minnesota,
Yeah,
Atlanta.
Minnesota
when we
had
went,
no
like
business. Yeah.
we played dog shit teams. Like give me a team, give me a competition.
give him one of the teams that beat him this year, the New York Giants.
I mean,
we're talking.
you had to go to the Rams. That wasn't an easy matchup for you guys.
The last 8 matchups haven't been easy.
No,
We
I'm just
somehow
saying.
win.
I'm just saying you had to beat them last year. So it's not like you just had a cupcake schedule to get to.
Yeah, turn down the snow.
Yeah. That too.
See, the thing is, the funny.
Gave Saquon those like 4-inch spikes. And here you go. Here's Shady. You know what they did? Like showed like a briefcase of Shady McCoy's spikes from the Detroit game.
Just glowing. Well, hey,
There you
if Saquon could survive all those seasons on the MetLife turf for half the year, I
Speaking
think
about the
he can make it
MetLife
through
turf,
anything.
once again, Josh Jacobs, the latest victim of
Yep.
the MetLife turf. And it seems like it's going to be every other week somebody's a victim there. Are they just going to ever squash it? Is it just going to be like, are they
No.
still going to just allow this
As
to
long
happen?
as the
and not
owners have
care?
it. I mean, as long as they approve it.
But they have, I mean, like, they have technology where you could change that in an instant. Like, it could be gone, and next season is a whole new turf that's not like that, that's much more athlete friendly. Why so ignorant? There's some things, okay, there's a saying in life where like you have to be willing to admit that ignorance is a sign of growth, right? At times I don't know as much as I know. But in this case, you know one thing. Players get hurt. I just don't understand why the league collectively as owners are like, look, dude, we'll fucking chip in, $500,000 because we're sick and tired of our players being at risk when they come there.
But that's the thing. You know what's crazy is the NFL puts in so much money into designing the perfect field. And they even do it. And the reason why the Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl 3 years ago
was
because it was a new what I didn't know is every year in the Super Bowl they test out a brand new turf.
Yeah.
Why they do it on the biggest stage
the worst time
is beyond me.
Why don't they do it in the international games? Wouldn't that be the best time to do it? Just fucking go to international games and test it over there.
I mean, look what Madrid did. They said Madrid's field was probably one of the best fields that they've ever played on because they manicured it for like a year and they like made it so it was just sponge enough. It was just like a cool documentary I watched before that game. I'm like, damn, they went in on that. Why? And then the NFL's like, biggest game of the year.
New turf.
Here you go.
But you're talking about a franchise. I mean, you're talking about Real Madrid, who is probably one of the richest sports clubs in the world. So they can do whatever they want at any time with anything. So
yeah, I mean, I don't know what the solution is. I don't know how many more guys have to get hurt, how much more polling you have to do, but it's just never going to change. And I mean, realistically, Saquon leaving that place had probably put
his career
5 more years on his life in the NFL because he was dealing with injury after injury after injury because I think it was just the wear and tear. I don't know what it is. I don't know but for me, it was just always like I like grass better.
Yeah.
Like when I played at a very lower level, obviously high school level. When we played in the Dome, it never was like playing on like CBA's field or Baldwinsville's field, which was all grass, and it was great. It was soft. It felt better when you got knocked on your ass. So.
And by the way, the number 1 projected pick out tonight with a hamstring injury. This kid's the real freaking deal. We're talking about another swing guard, Darren Peterson.
You gotta mention what you're talking about.
Darren Peterson.
They can't see.
Kansas.
It's the number 1 pick.
the guy at Kansas this year, Darren Peterson, out with a hamstring injury in this huge matchup tonight against Duke. So we're not getting the best players against the best players. However, we love that this tournament is an annual thing, so you do get the Blue Bloods playing. And now it's time for hopefully a good game because Kentucky shit the bed.
Go Kansas.
Go Jayhawks.
Yeah,
that's
Rock
only
Chalk.
one time in the year you'll ever hear me say.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk. The only time I'll say it either.
Yeah.
Rock Chalk, yeah. I kind of want to go there just to do it. Rock Chalk, Jay. Just sound like they should do like a cool intro when you do that, where you're sitting there and all of a sudden, like you just hear the fans go, Rock Chalk.
Or they should have like horror, like horror music, like dun 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 dun. Like so it's like
it goes black.
It goes black, and then you just hear like slashing noises.
Like
screeching chalk on the board.
Bill Self with an axe, a la The Shining. Cheers, selfie.
And on that note, we'll see you guys here next week. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you guys tune in to the socials, and stop spitting on people,
Please.
for God's sake.